All right, so since we are starting a new semester, I'm going to present to you a brief overview of the work that we're going to do this semester. In addition to that, this video will also be offering a brief crash course on Canvas, which is the platform that we will be using for this online class. So first off, let's go to our Canvas page because our syllabus is there and other goodies. So first off, let's take a moment to enjoy the cool gifts. So if this is you, 21877, then you are getting the lo-fi hip hop girl from Chilled Cow. And if you check out lo-fi hip hop on YouTube, it's such a cool thing. Always 24/7 beats, and it's the coolest thing. And then this one, for those of you who know, is Hey Arnold. Here he is jamming out with his Walkman. That's for the 22129. So if that's you, you get Hey Arnold. Okay, so let's take a look at our class. And the first thing I want you to do is here where it says syllabus. I want you to go ahead and click here where it says .docx, because this is the Word document of our syllabus, and go ahead and click it, the blue one there. All right, and we'll open our Word document. By the way, if you didn't know, all of you have access to Microsoft 365 for free. So if you don't have Office on your computer, then you can get Microsoft 365 for free. Just make sure to sign in with your .edu address, so with your Citrus college address. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. So the first page really. Let me see, let's go to 100% just so that we can go to the full screen. We'll do it one page at a time. Oh, there we go. All right, it's about good now. 190. We'll do it this way. So first off, my favorite animal is the panda, and that's why we have our friend the panda there greeting us for this new school year, and specifically fall 2020 semester. So welcome to 1A. This page is really just logistics. So you'll notice here's my email address. Please, I'm here to help. Do not hesitate to reach out. This is my email. This first page really is just how Citrus College defines and understands our course, English 1A. But it's here at the second page where we get into the meat and potatoes, which is the course intro that I wrote and more carefully catered for our course. So with that being said, check it out. Welcome to English 101. I'm so happy to have you join our very own learning community of readers and writers. At its core, the thematic premise that undergirds our course is an attention to the human experience. As this is a composition class, the curriculum is scaffolded to link the action of writing as a social enterprise that constitutes an integral part of what we do as people. Moreover, we'll explore varied aspects that contribute to the human experience. This will include things such as culture, language, politics, and relevantly, our relationship with science and technology. We'll consider how the work of writing, and more broadly speaking, composition, impel these things forward. Our adventure awaits us. So let's get into it. So first of all, we have our text. So I'm a firm believer in making things as affordable as possible, and if possible, why not free? Just say it free. So I'll be 100% honest with you. All of the readings that we're going to do, for the most part, I'm going to offer them through, actually not for the most part. Yeah, they all are available online as PDFs. And actually, yeah. So I am going to offer them on our Canvas page as PDFs. So worry not. Now, if you actually do want to get the physical copy, just because you like to have books and such, I'll show you what that looks like. The Samuel Cohen 50 Essays book. I have that. Just let me grab it. All right, so this is the Samuel Cohen. I don't know if you can see it. Samuel Cohen 50 Essays. So if you're interested in physical copies of books, then you can go ahead and grab that. But like I said, honestly, the readings, I'm going to offer them as PDFs. the cable got caught here. I'm going to offer them as PDFs on our Canvas page, so you absolutely don't need to get the book. Save yourself some bucks. All right. Now, hey, guess what? There's an extra credit opportunity this semester, and in order to do it, then you do have to get a book. Now, since our class is the human experience, the topic of this book, which is the power of habit, why we do what we do and how to change, falls into our topic because it gets into habit formation and the psychology of that. And I want to show you how that book looks. If you are indeed interested in doing the extra credit paper, let me get it out. I believe it's in my closet. Excuse me a second. Put this down. All right, so I'm back. I found it. This is The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Now, like I said, if you do want to do the extra credit paper, then grab a copy of this book and be reading it throughout our semester, and you'll have the opportunity for an extra credit paper, which will be an extra 60 points. So just like that, just like with any extra credit, if you don't do it, it doesn't hurt you. But if you do it, it'll help you because it's an additional 60 points that you weren't going to get anyways. So that's how I see it. So yeah, if you're interested, grab this book, The Power of Habit. All right. Now, in terms of materials, sorry, this does not apply because this was for the in-person class. You don't have to get a composition book unless you want to have a place to take notes and such. But yeah, okay. But here's what you do need to get. Grab yourself some highlighters, just because to be an active reader, you have to be annotating. You have to be actively engaging with the material in real time as you are reading it, okay? Now, I say get highlighters because I personally prefer printing out articles and PDFs and annotating and marking them up and using highlighters. You know, I actually recommend a type of highlighter called wax highlighter. That you can leave those uncapped and they don't dry out, and they're so cool. Now, okay, so that's one option. You can print them out and write all over the readings and highlight them and write annotations and such. That's one choice, which is personally what I would do. The other one is if you have a tablet of some sort, get yourself an application where you can annotate and write on PDFs. Personally, when I was in grad school, I would use an application called PDF Expert, but I'm sure that there are others too. As long as you have an application that can annotate and write notes with, then awesome. And you know, if you have like an Apple Pencil or a stylus, then this would be a good time where it would be of utmost benefit to you. Obviously, it's an online class, so you're gonna need online access. And here's a big one, guys: Canvas. Because all of our class is going to be through Canvas, then you absolutely need to make sure that you're able to log in. If you're not able to log in, or if you're just having some issues, first of all, if you're having issues logging in, then contact our IT department. They call themselves techs. And I'll show you later on here in this syllabus where their phone number is and how you can reach out to them. Yeah. The other cool thing, like let's say you do have access to Canvas. Anytime you are having any hiccups or just any logistical issues, then I just want to point out here. Let's go back to our Canvas page. I just want to point out here. Look here to the left. See this question mark? If you click Help, you have, let me find it. There we go. Look at this. You have 24/7 Canvas support. So if you have any issues with Canvas, here's 24/7 help. This one here is if you want to chat with Canvas support. So you could do one or two things. You can chat with them, or you can just call them directly. The point is that's Canvas support. Just go into the question mark. Okay. Now this is an important part. In real life, you know, we see a person, we we know, okay, we're not going to be like overtly disrespectful because we have someone before us. Now, with online spaces such as this online class, it's very easy to forget that you are interacting and communicating with real life people, and there are not just disembodied avatars or disembodied usernames, but real life people. And this is where netiquette comes in, and the mantra for practicing. Where is it? Here we go. Remember the human. So tattoo that on your forehead. Remember the human, okay? These are real life people. And just when you interact with one another, student to student or student to teacher, remember the human, show respect. And with that being said, this is a safe place. This is a place of respect. This is a place where, listen, sometimes you're going to disagree with an idea, and that's valid because we're all individuals. But don't attack the person. I will not allow any hate speech or derogative or racial slurs. It's my prerogative to really erase those types of messages, and I will, because like I said, this is a safe space. Be respectful to one another and practice proper etiquette by remember the human. And that's as much as that applies as much to from student to student to teacher. Okay, and just this is a tip for all your teachers. When you're interacting with your teachers, run a spell check, make sure that everything's good, make sure that it's respectful, so on and so forth. Just because you're your teacher, including myself, like we're your instructor, but don't, we're not your homie in the sense that you're like, yo, what's good, David? What's the homework or something like that? No, show respect, okay? All right. So class components, just like with any job, there are responsibilities, at Subway, sandwich prep, mopping, sweeping, so on and so forth. So as a student of this class, then, more specifically as a student of this composition class, then there are readings. So it's your responsibility to do the readings, just like it's your responsibility at your job to do the sandwich prep or the sweeping or the mopping. It should go without saying, but there's readings, so do them. And organizationally, the way our class is going to work is very, very, very intuitive. I want to point out, I believe we have, first of all, I just want to make this clear. I think here at Citrus we have, give me a second, we have 16 weeks, Citrus College Academic Calendar. I believe we have 16 weeks. Did you guys know this? If you search academic calendar, you can see the whole schedule for the whole year. And it's really nice and visual. Okay, so here we go. Fall. This is us. So we're 15 weeks. Sweet. 15 weeks. And then the 16th week is the finals week. Okay, so let's return to our syllabus. So with that being said, every week you are responsible for completing a module, okay? So every week has its own corresponding module. There will be 16 modules to correspond with the 16-week semester that we have this fall, okay? So with that being said, obviously, since this is week 1, then you're responsible for completing module 1. And typically the deadlines for modules will be Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Because 11:59 p.m. is the time when the day officially ends. So unless stated otherwise, that will be the trend that we will be following. And with that being said, typically also be publishing new modules on Sunday. So be on the lookout for that. It's my philosophy that I don't follow the aesthetic of wanting to oversaturate myself or even you. So for that reason, I don't publish all the modules at once because that is immensely overwhelming. So I like to go do things one at a time. So with that being said, that's why I like to publish one module at a time, okay? A module is simply just a collection of tasks, and it's a space where these collection of tasks will contain things such as assignment links, handouts, or worksheets, or PowerPoints, so on and so forth. Whatever is going to go with the module, you're going to find it in there. And with each module, guys, here's the cool part. I'm going to also publish videos where I will be presenting any logistical information that you might need for that week's module and or lessons or anything like that. The point is that with these videos, I want to equip you so that you can be successful for that week's module. So yeah, because this is an online class, it's up to you to organize yourself and get this all done by its deadline. Okay. I actually want to show you a trick. Speaking of that, in order to be a good student, you need to have a mission control of some sort. What I mean by mission control is a space where you can write down all of your deadlines so that you can be anticipating the upcoming deadlines, and that you can intentionally place your energies upon the closest deadline, and just be thinking ahead, be knowing, okay, in 2 weeks I have this thing due, in 3 weeks I have thing due. And that's a tip that I recommend for all of your classes. Literally go through your calendars on the syllabi of your classes and write down all of the deadlines for everything. So this is especially true since this is all online this semester, okay? So for me personally, I have a wall calendar here in my room, and I write all the deadlines on my wall calendar so that I can visualize, okay? Another good one is an agenda. If you have like maybe, I don't know, like some sort of whiteboard that is a calendar, but like I said, for me, what works best is an actual wall calendar. Get yourself a cool wall calendar. Speaking of calendars, here's a cool trick that we have on Canvas. If you click here, view calendar, then it populates for you the assignments that are coming up. So since for this module, which is going to be due next Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Here's the task that you need to complete. So it's a cool trick there. Make sure that you have yourself a mission control, okay? Get yourself a wall calendar or an agenda or something like that, because without that, it won't be possible. And that's where the organization comes in. Since everything's online, then it's up to you to get it done by its deadline, and that's it. And actually the way that you can complete it is by doing it by parts. Have daily manageable goals, okay? If you're taking, say, 4 classes, then be like, okay, today I'll focus on my science class or whatever. And then, and if you work on, say, like Tuesday, then, maybe you can't devote much time. But then Wednesday, maybe you have a little time off. You can devote some time to X class, whatever is the case. That's why you need a mission control, so that you can visualize and plan ahead and do things baby steps, because that's how you complete things, all right? Okay. Here's a big one. You cannot make up an entire module. You can't be like, Mr. Godoy, last week it was kind of hard. I completely forgot to do the whole module. Can I do the module now? The answer is sorry, no. And the reason is because, that's a whole chain of tasks for an entire week. But, although you can't complete the whole module, you can't redo the whole module, we do indeed have in this class a homework pass and a late paper pass. A homework pass, it allows for you to turn in a homework assignment up to 1 day late after its deadline. Like maybe it's a day where you're getting more hours at work, or maybe you're especially difficult taking care of your kids that day, or I don't know, whatever's the case. That's a homework pass. What constitutes homework are things like current events, which we're going to see in a moment, anything like worksheets, or handouts, or anything like that, or outlines, right? Now, what does not count for a late homework pass is, number 1, peer review workshop. So what is that? What is that peer review workshop? Okay. Because in this class we have 4 essays, every essay we're going to have an opportunity for a peer review workshop. And in order for us to do that, well, first of all, peer review workshop is where you get drafts from your classmates, you look at their work and you leave feedback. And I'll offer guiding questions for these, okay? So if you've never done this, don't trip, potato chip. So anyways, what I'm saying is there's a deadline for you to submit the rough draft, okay? I believe it's going to be Tuesdays, and you cannot use the late homework pass for that. You need to get in your draft on time, because that Canvas system automatically assigns drafts only to those who submitted a draft themselves. So you cannot use it for the late homework pass, and also you cannot use it for discussion boards. Why? Because discussion boards happen in real time and they have a window of opportunity. They have a deadline, and when that deadline closes, then the whole thread closes, and therefore it's disingenuous for you to want to submit something late because no one's going to respond, and it's no longer bilateral. Okay, so late homework pass counts for homework, but not for peer review workshops nor for discussion boards. Okay, capiche? For the late paper pass, those are for any of our 3 first essays, not for the last essay, because the last essay is due on our final meeting. I would dub thee the king of procrastinators if you tried to use the late paper pass for the very last essay. So only for the first 3. And so for the late papers, you can submit up to 2 days late after its deadline, okay? And we'll get to that very soon. So we talked about the module. They'll have different things, everything from things like reading quizzes or places for worksheets or write-ups or peer review workshops, whatever's the case, discussion boards, so on and so forth. So our modules will be the meat and potatoes of our class. Just do the module for the week and you'll be good there. Now, when we do have discussion boards, it's important that you write a minimum of at least a hearty paragraph. So at least 4 hearty sentences. Okay, like hearty, like okay, that's important. Another one, because this is a discussion board, it's disingenuous to call it as such unless there are opportunities for you to correspond with one another. So with that being said, along with the task of the discussion board, when it's applicable in the module, then you will also have to select one classmate to respond to. Now, what I mean by saying respond to, I mean somehow impel the conversation and carry it forward. Don't be like, yeah, that's cool, or cool story, bro, or this will be funny, TL semicolon DR for those of you know the internet shortcuts, like it stands for too long, didn't read. Don't do that. Instead, you might say something like, hey Vanessa, it's cool how you were intrigued by these points. I too resonated with them because they reminded me of this, that, and the third. Have you considered X? Somehow impel it forward, just like with what they do with improv comedy, when an actor throws an idea and then the other actor takes that idea and pushes it forward. You want to impel it forward, okay? That's what I mean. And don't worry, I'm going to include reminders of you to also reply to one another, for the discussion board. So just know those will be part of modules at times, okay? Okay, I had mentioned current events as a potential homework. Okay, so you will see 4 current events this semester. And it's a really cool thing because since this is a composition class, it'll be a real life opportunity to see an application of composition at work. And not only that, but it's going to also be allowing you to have the opportunity to explore things that interest you, so that when the time comes for the research paper, you have already been considering things that will resonate with you. So what is this current event write-up? How do we do it? Okay, step 1, choose an article, a current article, right, of any topic that you care about. Now listen, the source has to be credible. So it can't be from National Enquirer where it's talking about some celebrity giving birth to twin werewolves or anything like that. No, make sure it's credible. And let's see, like if you're in a burgeoning nurse and you're into healthcare, then it could be an article that pertains to healthcare and medicine, anything like that. If you're into technology, then maybe you can write about the new headphones that Sony has released, or Bose, or whatever the case, or some cool gadget. Just find a current article, okay? If you're into, say, video games, absolutely find an article of a new video game release or something. I think I know one story would be, I don't know if you knew this, but Fortnite used to be on the Apple Store, and then I read that it was pulled by Apple because they breached some part, I don't know, some part of the contract or something. That was a little fuzzy to me. I didn't see it all in detail, but yeah, if you're into video games, find a story that pertains to video games. if you're into like, I don't know, astronomy, maybe it could be a story that pertains to something in outer space. Excuse me. Anything that you care about. Don't choose something that you care nothing about. The important thing is choose a story that you care about, that really resonates with you. Okay, so this is easy. You're gonna say, what is it about? What's happening? Why does it matter? Who is affected? So first of all, these are just guiding questions. You don't have to compulsorily answer each and every one. They're just a direction for you to head towards, right? So that you can most comprehensively complete these current events. And like I said, you don't have to compulsorily answer each and every one, but these are just guiding questions. But the main gist is like you to talk about what is it about, what's happening, why does it matter, who is affected, how does this do its rhetorical work? What do we mean by rhetorical work? First of all, what is rhetoric? And we're going to see this later on in the semester. Rhetoric is the art of persuasion in speech or text, okay? With that being said, every author has an objective. There's something that they want to do. For example, the expository piece, the front page in Los Angeles Times. Maybe like right now we're having that in California. There's power outages because of the triple-digit weather, right? So with expository piece, the writing is to expose us with information and have something informative, inform us, right? Take like, for example, an opinion piece in LA Times. Maybe the author's objective is for you to, ditch that fossil fuel vehicle and instead get yourself an electric vehicle. So if the objective is to persuade you to get an electric vehicle, here it comes. How is the author moving to achieve their goal? So how is the author moving to persuade you? Are they using graphs with numbers to demonstrate how the costs of having an electric vehicle will outweigh or are superior to the costs of say like maintenance of say a fossil fuel vehicle or anything like that, or of gasoline? Are they using numbers? That's called logos, by the way, an appeal to logic. Maybe too, is the author intentionally using certain buzzwords that elicit an intentional emotional response, like words that make you feel a certain way? That's an appeal to emotion, which is pathos. That's what we mean. Like what is it that the author is doing to achieve their purpose? Okay, so you kind of have to work backwards. You have to be like, okay, I just read this. What's the objective? What's the mission of the author in this case? And then how are they achieving that? Like what words are they using? How are they organizing the information? Just how are they doing it? That's what we mean, okay? And we'll talk about rhetoric later on in the semester. So if this little tidbit was interesting to you, then you're in for a treat later on. So yeah, consider the genre too. Like, hey, how do you know it's that genre? Okay, so here's the big thing. This is not just about reporting. Like, it's not just saying, okay, I want you to summarize what this article is about. Okay, fine. That's step one. Tell me what's happening in the article. Step two, what's your reaction to the story? Do you care? Why or why not? Obviously, you should care. You should choose something that you care about. Don't choose an article about the decline in value of gold lingots if you care nothing about it. No, choose something that you really care about, okay? Does it affect you? How does it make you feel? Does it have global implications, if at all? So all of that. And these will be at least 2 pages, double-spaced. And here's the cool thing. I'm going to include samples of current event write-ups that previous students in my classes have done, so that you can see what a potential iteration of this could look like, okay, of these current events. So I think that's going to be helpful. These are the dates: September 13, 2 in October, 1 in November. So those are the dates for the current events. I already talked about it. We're going to have 4 essays. You need to do all 4 essays if you want to pass the class. Simply put, it's a composition class. We write essays. Okay, we already talked about the extra credit opportunity. Here's the actual task itself. Number 1, read the book. this one, The Power of Habit, looks like this. Nice and yellow. And then number 2, essentially, you're going to write about what it is that you learn from the book that relates to habits and habit formation. Then you're going to consider a habit that either a new habit that you want to adopt, maybe waking up early, and then maybe, or think of a habit that you want to get rid of, like maybe procrastinating and leaving everything to the last moment. Okay, so then how will you take what you learn from this book as it relates to habits and habit formation and the psychology of how we get into these habits, right? And so take what you would learn and how would you apply it to adopt a new habit, a good one that you want, or a harmful habit that you want to get rid of, okay? And how would you use that to help you, how would you use what you learned from this book to help you achieve this aim? This is an essay of at least 3 pages. This essay is going to be due way at the end of our semester. Which, by the way, if we return to our calendar here, you'll notice, so for us, December 11, okay? So yeah, that's when I'll collect the extra credit if you do it. Okay, here's another one. Every time, just letting you know, every time that you submit something through Canvas, it's automatically filtering through Turnitin, okay, through Turnitin.com. No, you don't have to make an account for Turnitin, nothing like that. I'm just telling you that automatically it's going to detect for anything that you might have taken verbatim without citing. That's why citation practices are so important, and that's going to be a big part of what we're going to talk about that throughout this semester. Okay, so plagiarism is not worth it, and the Turnitin system will detect you like that. So and then I won't be able to accept it. So it'll just be bad news for both of us. So it's never worth it. In other words, just do your own work, and if you're using outside sources, make sure to cite. If you're using any citations or anything like that, give credit where credit is due. Okay. So yeah, check this out. We have a chat room. You and your classmates are your own best resource. So before reaching out to me, try out the chat room and reach out to one another. And yeah, we have a chat room. Participation and attendance. Okay, this is an online class. How do you participate? How do you attend? Well, log into Canvas, do the work, do the modules, be an active participant in the discussion boards that we have, which are part of the modules, and just be on it, and you'll be participating. Okay, here's the tech support I was talking about. Remember, like if you're having trouble, I don't know, like with your computer or logging into Canvas or something, here's the tech support. Here's their phone number. Okay. Do remember though, if it's like more specific to Canvas, then Canvas has that 24/7 support line. Just go to here to the question mark is help. Okay. Assignment submissions. Okay. Excuse me. So please, before you submit something, I just want to let you know I'll only accept these following formats: .doc, .docx, and .pdf. If you have Google Docs, excuse me, my voice. Okay, so if you have Google Docs, please convert it into one of these formats before submitting it. Because the thing with GDoc formats is that it gets a little bit hairy in the sense that always the authors need to give permission to the recipients, and then sometimes I'm not able to access it, and it just gets messy. So please convert it into one of these documents before submitting it. We talked about the late work. We talked about the one late homework pass. A little pop quiz. What 2 things can you not use the late homework pass for? It's like, for number 1. Yes, for the peer review workshop. And then 2, for discussion boards. Hopefully you got that right, and yeah, you said that. Okay, so we talked about that. Revisions. Okay, writing is recursive, writing is ongoing, writing is dynamic. So with that being said, you have the opportunity to revise one essay, one of the first three, not the last one, because the last one's due on the last day and the semester's over or class is over. But for one of the three, let's say I got a B+ in essay 2, and I wanted to, really revamp the sections that needed work, or whatever it is that I needed to work on. Excuse me. So once I did that, I would work with the Writing Center, which, by the way, they're doing everything online, and they do an awesome job. So this is not just dotting I's or crossing T's. This is real revamping where necessary, revision. Okay, if you want to revise, just shoot me an email, let me know, and then submit your revised essay as an attachment up to 4 days later, up to 4 days after it is scored. Okay, you just simply email me as an attachment. Plagiarism, we talked about, it's not worth it. The Writing Center is so awesome. They're very helpful, and like I said, this semester it's all online, and I'll show you on our Canvas page more details of how to access their help. Okay, student counseling. Listen, this is a hard year for all of us. Sometimes we just need to talk to someone, and here's their phone number for counseling. So please don't hesitate to reach out. That's the student counseling. DSPS, if you need an accommodation, then reach out to DSPS as soon as possible, okay? To get that accommodation, and let me know of what that accommodation may be. I'm here to help. We're all on the same team. We're all a community moving forward. All right, friends, that's it for the policies and such, and the components of the class. For those of you who like numbers, here's a gross tabulation. Peer review workshops. Like I said, we're gonna have an opportunity to peer review for each essay, and that's going to be worth 20. Each peer review is going to be worth 20 points. So 5 points if you submit your draft on time, and then 5 for each of the 3 classmates that you'll get for leaving feedback for. Okay, so 5 points for submitting the draft on time, 5 points for submitting feedback to the classmate 1 draft, another 5 points for the classmates 2 draft, and then for the third classmate's draft, another 5 points. So 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, 20. Because we have 4 of those, that's going to be 80. Don't worry, I'll be explaining what the peer review workshops will be as they come. I know I'm like shooting like a barrage of info at you, but don't worry. This is all we're going to do in 4 months. So just letting you know. So 80 points for the workshops. The modules will be the meat and potatoes of our semester. So there'll be varied points. And reading quizzes, every time we have those in the modules, there'll be 5. Current events, each is worth 25. We have 4 of those for a total of 100 points this semester. Here's our papers, and that's what they are worth. Our extra credit, remember, plus 60. It won't hurt you if you don't do it, but if you do it, it'll help you. Okay? Because I'm going to set it to 0, but if you do it and you do a good job, and that's plus 60, okay? So why not do it? Yeah, check this out. The dog is happy. The dog is like, yay, we got through the logistics and policies. Before we move on from check this out. Every time what you'll see uploaded to our Canvas page, that'll be the most current one. Same thing with grades. You can always check your grade on Canvas, and I'll show you how. I want you to, before we move away from the calendar, I want you to understand the organizational structure of our calendar. So always, it's going to say to-do list, complete the module. Anytime that there is, like, if I'm going to assign something for that week, for that module, I'll include that here. And then check out the homework too. That includes the deadlines, right? I'll have to fix this. Okay. But that includes the deadlines. So like I said, here's the importance of having a mission control, right? Have a calendar where you can write things in so you could be anticipating. But fret not, like I'll be including assignment links, prior to the deadline. It won't take you by surprise. So yeah, at the top is usually like if there's like a deadline or something that week, then that'll be at the top, or if I'm assigning something or anything like that. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So the top is deadlines or if I'm assigning, and then here's the to do, and then yeah. Okay, so that is the calendar. I think it's pretty clear and comprehensive. Hopefully you do too. Okay, so let's go into our Canvas page and go over some quick details here. So first thing you'll see is our syllabus. This will always be the syllabus. What I was talking about, the Writing Center, if you click this, here's a link for, oh, that's strange. Why did it refuse to connect? It was working a moment ago. Don't worry, I will update this link. But meanwhile, just so I can show you what the page looks like, I'm just going to Google it here. Citrus College Writing Center. So we're going to go there, and this is the link here that I'm going to include. Here's a video on how to access tutoring, drop-in tutoring, how that's going to work. If you want to make appointments, how to submit an essay. So the writing tutors are there to help. And it's all online this term, but hey, check this out for info on how to do it. Like if the help is there, if they're throwing you a rope to offer help, take it. You'd be a fool to not take the assistance and help. They're there to help. So yeah, go and pick their brains. So Writing Center. Okay, team building activity. Here's a third thing that you'll see. This is a tough year for us, and the team building activity is going to be a space where, if you come across a funny meme or funny vine or cool picture or a cool music video or just or cool video or just video you want to share or something that you want to share, if you come across it, then this is like a potluck, a place where we create a collage of cool things that we find. This is going to be up during the whole term, throughout the whole term. And it's not worth any points. It's just a space for us to share the things that we encounter. Okay. But listen, within reason, no nudity or explicit violence or something super crass or anything like that. I want to show you how to actually do it. Like, let's say, so I'll be the first one. Let's say I wanted to submit a picture. I'll submit a picture of my favorite breed of cat. So first thing is that you would need to actually save the picture on your computer. So let me go ahead and Google that. My favorite breed of cat, by the way, is British Shorthair cat. Let's go to image. Okay, how cute. Let's say I want to upload this cat. You could do, here are some choices. Number one, you can save it at, you can save the image as, save it into your computer. Number two, what's cool for this is I like to just drag it out. It needs to be a JPEG, okay? When it drags out, it should be a JPEG or, yeah. If, for example, you're having trouble getting JPEG, then a lot of times what helps is you right click on Windows. The equivalent is using two fingers on Mac. That's the right click. And you go to open link in new window. Then once you do that, it shows you the actual source of where the image is from. And sometimes that makes it easier to save it. Okay, so number one, get yourself an image. Save it on your computer. Number two, go here to reply. And then here's the easiest way I have found to actually embed it and have it visible, because we want this effect of a collage, right? So go here where it says, I believe it's here, insert edit media. Yeah, is it here? Insert edit media. No, It's here, embed image, because we want to embed it, obviously. So go to embed image. Here's what I found the easiest thing to do. Go to Canvas. Now, Canvas gives us all a folder, right, where we can have things in, okay? So let's say I want to put it in, I don't know, maybe in my files. Yeah, so I'm just going to upload it there. And you need to obviously know where the image is saved. Right now I have it on my desktop. So open it. Boom, we're going to upload this. Now, these are dimensions. You really don't have to mess with these, just because it's going to give you the option of either decreasing the size or increasing the size by way of pulling tabs. And I'll show you that in a moment. So if we could just go to update, boom, there's our cat. Let's say I want to make this bigger. Click it. This is what I meant. You could just expand it. And in addition to that, I'm going to include the little emoticon. I don't know if you guys knew this, but to make the cat, it's equal. And then this one that goes, oops, not 6. This one that goes up. And here's the nose. And then again. And then there's a cat. So there's mine. You guys too. Add your own stuff. I'll show you how to upload, if you want to record a video or share a YouTube video or something like that. I'll show you that in the Icebreaker. So that's our team building activity. It'll be up all semester. All right. Here's what I meant. So I'm about to publish this soon. Every module, guys, is going to have its own video. So watch the videos first, because that's going to make it clear what it is that you need to know for that week's module, all right? Here's our tasks. Here are our tasks for this week. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Number 1 is the Icebreaker. This is the equivalent of introducing yourself in a face-to-face class. Number 1, first thing I want you to do. What better way to reaffirm an etiquette than to upload a profile picture? Because remember what I was saying about how easy it is to forget that it's a real life person when it's just in your mind's eye, just a disembodied avatar or a disembodied username. Nope. Please. So first thing I want you to do is upload your picture to your profile. How do you do that? Go to this little bubble here. This is account. Go to where it says profile, and voila, just upload it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So upload it. Next one, introduce yourself to the class. Some things that you could say are your name, your major, something interesting about me is like something you'd like to share. And let's say, for example, I'll show you how to do it. Let's go to reply. You could do a number of things. You can type it out. Be like, hello, my name is blah, blah, blah. Introduce yourself. Or, which is what I personally would do, go to where it says record, upload media, okay? Looks like the little YouTube play icon. So click that, and voila. If you want to record your greetings, like, hey class, my name is such and such, looking forward to the semester. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, my majors, blah, blah, blah. Some of my interests are blah, 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 blah. Nice to meet you all. Boom. If you don't want to do video, you can go to webcam, and then you go to no video. You could just leave an audio, and once you save that, and it saves it in here, then you go to post reply, voila. Now, let's say in your Icebreaker, maybe you want to share a picture of, like, maybe one of your interests is that you love the Dodgers, and so you want to share a video on YouTube, okay? So I'll show you how to do that. So first, obviously, go to the video here. Magnifying glass. Okay. Oh no. Trump keeps appearing everywhere. Okay. There we go. Dodgers home run. Awesome. Sports are back, guys. Upload. We'll do it. Sort by upload date. It always gives you the most recent ones. Oh, look, premiering now. Awesome. This is live. Oh, there's a game now against the Mariners. Cool. Okay, let's look at this one. It's the 19th. Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, let's say I wanted to post this, Dodgers Mariners. Oh, there's going to be an ad. Oh, no ad. Okay, so what is your mission? Your mission is that you want to get what is called an embed code. How do you get that? Easy. Go to share. Go to here where it says embed. You want to copy this. This is the embed code. This is neat. Like if you wanted to start it at like a certain time, like a, what's it called, like a time, then you could do that there. But anyways, if not, if you want to share it all, just go to copy. Now you go to here where it says insert edit media, and then you go to embed because you have the embed code. You paste the embed code. Voila, there's your video. Pretty cool, huh? So you can do all that. You can type. You know, you can, if you want to add a picture of your pet border collie or pet hamster, you can certainly do that by, you know, just like how I taught you, by embed image and then just going into Canvas and then uploading it there, and then that's it. Okay, so yeah, introduce yourself. Also respond to at least one classmate, if not more. Sweet. This is your time to introduce yourselves to one another, and to me too. Okay, so that's part of this task. Okay, here, syllabus quiz / contract. Okay, so if you watch this video and or you also looked at the syllabus, you'll be able to do this easily. This quiz is just, you know, just a few frequently asked questions. There's no time limit for this one, so yeah, just do this. It's about the syllabus, so easy peasy. Next one this week, guys, we're kind of hitting the ground running. We start with a grammar lesson, and these are the handouts that go along with the grammar lesson, and the video for the grammar lesson is actually, remember I said that all the videos for any given module I'll always include at the beginning, right? So it says view these first. So obviously go in there, and the grammar lesson is there. Voila. So there we are. So check out the grammar lesson and the accompanying handouts. And then this discussion board goes with the grammar lesson, and I'll give info on how to actually do it and what it is that I'm looking for there in the grammar lesson itself. So watch that video too. Okay, so that's it for module. Every module every week there's a corresponding module. Corresponds to the week. Do the module. Here's another thing. It always says the deadline of any given task within the module. This one, August 30, so next Sunday. All right, announcements. Here's a big one, guys. Please, you want to turn on your notifications for announcements here. You should see it on your page, because, you know, not only for this class, but for your other classes. Like, when we want to keep you in the loop of things, if there's any changes, then we'll post an announcement. Module, same thing we were looking at. People is just the populated roster of our class. Chat room. Here's the chat room that I see some of you already uploaded your picture. I like that. You're on it. You're ahead of the game. Chat room. Here's your chat room. I'll be the first to participate here, and then you guys can add to it. Where it says new message alerts, make sure that's on. I'll be like, yo, what's good? Okay, I'll greet you, and then you have a little face in there. Oh, that's cool. What is that? A bird? Yo, what's good? Bird. Awesome. Okay, so that's our chat room. Make sure that you turn on the notifications. Grades. This is where you can check your grades. That's it, really. 24/7 Canvas help is in there. Easy peasy. That's it. If you guys have any more questions about Canvas or about the syllabus, then reach out to me. If not, we'll take this step at a time, a week at a time. Other than that, welcome to the class. Pleasure to meet you all. I'm David Godoy, your instructor / tour guide, and we're gonna have an awesome semester. So welcome to English 1A, and if you're new to Citrus, welcome to Citrus, home of the Fighting Owls. All right.